All right, we're gonna break down all of this junk I got for the Audi. Let's get into it. I'm breaking out everything I purchased so far on my Audi S5 and why I purchased it. In the last video, I explained to you guys why I'm not driving the S5 at this moment. And in this video, I'm going to show you all the parts I currently have for it and the reason I had to purchase them. So for starters, I'm gonna go into the most recent one. You guys, if you guys stuck around a little bit, you guys would have seen the vlog of me purchasing the transmission pan gasket and the O-rings. So since the car has been sitting there for a little bit, I have not drove it since September. And right now it's been sitting for what, 3 or 4 months, and the O-rings on the electrical plug decided to start leaking. It's not a big deal. I do have to drop the transmission pan in order to get at it. So hopefully I can get these O-rings installed with no hassle. And I just said, screw it, I'll get a new pan gasket anyways while I have it off, whatever. Next, I have the coolant reservoir. With these coolant reservoirs, they are plastic. That is an issue because they decided to put a metal heat shield on it right next to the exhaust. It sits like this. The exhaust is right here. So what ends up happening with so much heat being produced around this area, it ends up cracking in behind here. I don't know if you guys can really, I'll try to get a little bit closer to you guys. It ends up cracking along here, which ends up making it leak. So this was like 50 bucks. Let's try that. Okay, sorry. I felt the camera angle was a little too low. I didn't really want to be hunched over too much. So this looks a little bit better. But yeah, the coolant reservoir was about $50. I purchased it because it's leaking on the back here. And I can confirm that it was the coolant reservoir because there was nothing higher in this area with coolant on it. So it was leaking in around back here somewhere. So this should be like a pretty good install. Hopefully, I don't want to deal with any more coolant issues. If you know, you know. I have a couple spare ignition coils. I did have an issue with something along these lines, and I'll explain now in a minute while I go over this. But I want to get all new ignition coils and all new spark plugs. But I bought 2. I'm probably not going to use these ones. It's been a couple weeks since I purchased these ones, so I might just use these as spares, or I might sell them. I don't know yet. We'll see. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do about that. The other topic was these bad boys. The S5 apparently has a known problem, and that is valve cover gaskets or oil pan gaskets or any oil gaskets in general. Well, I already have 2 O-rings sitting right there. That's transmission related, but still oil pan or valve cover gaskets. Apparently these cars are known for these, so I have 2 of those. And back to these is why I got those. So those are leaking internally into the spark plug chamber, and I don't know if it screwed up the spark plugs or the coil packs, but I have 2 new gaskets, and I'm just gonna say screw it and get all new coils and spark plugs. And that's by 8. I might just buy 6 more of these ones and buy a couple good coil packs. These are the red tops. You know, these are red tops, brand new. I don't remember what I paid for it, but don't matter right now at this moment when it's here, not on the car. So I think in total for all of this is about $700 because this transmission pan was a big chunk of that. The rest, like this stuff over here, was like 500 bucks. That transmission pan gasket was like 200 and something dollars. So like, not the end of the world. I mean, you're buying a German car, you gotta have to expect to do maintenance, especially when it's a little older. This line here, okay, I purchased it for a very specific reason. So whoever owned the car before me decided it was a brilliant idea, instead of fixing this one coolant line that sits on the back here, like so, and then it goes, hold up, it kind of sits like this on the back, and then it goes wherever. Instead of fixing it, they blocked it off. I don't like that. Like, put your parts back on it. Like, don't, like, they also did something I don't agree with as well, is they, instead of putting an oil catch can on it, they just let it vent to atmosphere. I don't agree with that either, so I'm going to put an oil catch can on it soon. I want to get this all fixed and figure it out first. But you can see this line was kinked, so what I was thinking about doing is buying this same type of line. You can buy lines like this probably at like Napa or something. Heat the end of it up, not like put it in like warm water, heat it up so it fits over the end like this, and then making it work. Because to buy this from Audi, dude, it's like $200 for that very specific line. I can make one of these for like, I think I bought this for like $10 at a junkyard. I can finish making this for like $50, if that. I've seen a couple that were close to it on like Amazon, but I was like, I'm not going to close anymore. I am gonna just make one. So all I need to do now is, since I have the line, is go to Napa, be like, all right, source me up this type of line here, and then a bit of rubber heater hose, and make one for less than $100. And this is 200 and something dollars, maybe 250 from Audi. Like, ridiculous. What else do we have in here for the goodies? While I was at the junkyard, I bought a bunch of these. These don't hurt to have around. These are coil plugs. The clips on mine are broken, so I can easily just pop those in if I wanted to. They're handy to have around. Another one of those. I don't really have much in here. The only other thing I think I have is this. Yeah, I got a couple more. I literally have like, I got like 10 of these. But the only other thing I have is this bad boy. So I'm going to explain to you what happened to my axle and why I have one now. And it's the same reason I need new rims. So they were doing construction on one of the main roads here, and I hit it doing like 100. And well, you see, a lowered car and like 2 or 3 inches of pavement cut out don't really mix well together. So I ended up cracking a rim, and it caused damage to my axle because it clicks now. See, they heard me say 100 kilometers an hour, and then now they're going whoop whoop. So anyways, all jokes aside, I didn't see it. They didn't really have many signs up. They had, instead of like bump ahead, they had bump here. So I hit the bump here at 100 kilometers an hour and end up cracking a rim and costing me an axle. So now I need a set of rims, because that's like 2 rims I have cracked and 1 I have dented. So 3 out of my 4 rims are done, and I need tires. Anyways, I just wanted to make a little update on the parts that I have ordered. So right now I have all this, and I would like to get all new coils, all new spark plugs, all new tires, all new rims. I'm gonna have to work some overtime, I think. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed me breaking down what I need for the car at this very moment. And anything else is a little nitpicky stuff, nothing major. I think I might get my driver's side door painted because there's a little rust spot on it, and I would like to have that cleaned up. Other than that, it's just, this is the major stuff I need, and rims and tires. So if you guys want to see me install all these parts, stick around till spring, because I won't be putting this on until spring. If you guys want to see me install these parts in the near future, when spring comes around, go ahead and subscribe and stay tuned for all these installs.